Hey, what's up, guys? Alright, so for today, we're gonna do a quick little flight from Santiago all the way to Argentina, Sierra Alpha, Echo Zulu, and CRJ-700. So, without further ado, let me begin setting up um, our airplane. Alright, so let's just do a quick safety check. So we know that our circuit breakers are in, nose wheel steering switch is off, hydraulic pumps, they're all off, landing gear lever is down, flight spoiler lever is retracted, slats and flaps, they are at 0. Emergency flap switch is normal. ADG, alright, we're good. Alright, so we could go ahead and turn the battery master on. Alrighty then, there we go. Let's take a look at our electronics page. Alright, so we have 27 volts and 26 volts. We need a minimum of 22 volts. So that's looking good. We can go ahead and turn our APU on. Go back to our stat page. Alright. Let's see. Let's go to power fuel. Just get our APU invites. APU SOV open, LCV open. And let's go to start stop. Alright, so there's our APU just spooling up. It's always a good sign. And our IRSs are off. Alright, let's turn them on. There we go. IRSs. Nav. Let's set up our next page. Oh, it's still lining up. Options. IRS line time is instant. Okay. Why is my GNSS position not set? Okay, this is weird. There we go. So that takes a while, but that is expected as normal. Previous page, input here. Departing airport is Sierra Charlie Echo Lima. And we are at gate 19. Alright, perfect. There we go. Alright, so IRS is a nav, emergency equipment has been checked, gear and safety pins, they're all on board, airplane documents, we have them. Hydraulic 3A pump, put it on. Leave it off for now, we'll just turn it on. There we go. Alright, so we've done our walk around. And let's do a quick originating check check our oxygen. It is at 1850. That's good. Check our masks. Alright, our valve is opening. It's functioning. Last thing we want is an oxygen-fueled fire in the cockpit, which could have been prevented just by checking our oxygen mask. Sometimes there's a leak, and when there's a lot of oxygen, you don't need that much heat for it to start a fire. So yeah, so on the ground, if you get a fire, that's a good thing. Once you're in the air, not such a good thing, because this fire spreads so fast. Alright, so crew oxygen and masks already checked. We're going to consider this to be the first flight of the day. Audio warning panel, everything is looking good. Let's turn these off for now. Electrical panel, let's check. Alright, so today we have no external power, so everything looks good. APU gens, they are all in auto. We should have done the fire detection extinguisher test before the APU. But hey, it's whatever. We could go ahead and turn our nav lights on and just do our logo. Why not? Alright, the fuel panel looks good. Bleed air, normal, auto. You can keep it closed. Both engines. We could go ahead and do a quick hydraulic test. So let's go over to our hydraulic stick page. Okay, so as you can see, 3A is highlighted green, 3000 psi, 60%, temperature 13, looks good. We're going to check the other pumps. Go to on, and on. And alright, it's all in green. Got 45%, 60, 28 degrees, 28. Everything's looking good. Go ahead and turn those off. Return our 3A back on, and there we go. PSI dropping. Well, it has dropped, and we are set. Alright, so for our next panel, landing elevation, we should probably set it to our destination, which is going to be around 20 feet. It's actually at sea level, but I'll put 20 just for the heck of it. There we go, 20. Turn our PEX on. Recirc fan on. Our anti-ice panel, turn our windshield to low, and we're good. Leave that off. Landing lights, all good. ELT is armed. No smoking. Seat belts on, and emergency lights to armed. So this panel we checked, it's already looking good. Oh, we could do an anti-ice test as well. De-ice. If it works, right? Not seeing anything. There we go. Once again, not seeing anything. Anyways, continuing. Alright. So, our clocks, nose wheel steering is off, our clocks are set. Do a quick CVR test. There we go, it's green. And we could also listen to the ATIS.
Runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information X-ray.
QNH.
Comodoro Arturo Merino Benítez International Airport. Information X-ray.
017.
2300 Zulu. Wind 160 at 6. Visibility 4. Sky conditions, no significant clouds. Temperature 13.
Alright, 171 right.
Dew point 8. QNH 1017. Density out.
Okay. Alright, so that is set. We have no flight plan for now. Alright, let's do our anti-skid test.
At gate G11 with information Lima requesting IFR clearance to Auckland.
Alright, anti-skid
I'll grab that
test.
clearance. Give me just a minute. Please repeat, 7.192.
Okay,
Santiago clearance. Good morning.
good. Engines, we're going to sync it to N1.
Request IFR
TR.
to Auckland.
Pitch and roll,
Sierra on
stowed.
board.
The flight
Give me
spoiler
1
lever
second for that clearance.
is pull forward.
Cleared to
Thrust
wireless
reversers.
on the Nebec
Idle shut
7
off.
Charlie departure, then as filed, departure runway
Good.
17 right, initial climb 6000, departure radio
It's an
122.4
auto.
and with score
We're gonna arm our thrust
5534,
reversers.
Turkish 1608.
My bad. Now our RTU units.
Yes, good afternoon. Airbus A320 at gate 18. In for Delta, ready for
Okay, so
clearance to
Clearance on request. Stand by.
alright,
delivery EVA 2711 IFR to Buenos Aires.
110.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
It's gonna be in our ILS frequency just in case.
123 IFR clearance for Frankfurt.
10.
1 second while I grab the paperwork.
It's gonna be standby. That's all
Clear to
good.
Frankfurt via Don't 1 Juliet departure, then us 5 departure runway
Yeah, it's
17
normal.
right, initial climb 5000, departure on 122.4,
Standby.
squawk 5263, Air France 123.
Stop trim, lock trim.
Clearance delivery EVA 2711 IFR to Buenos Aires.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Information kilos current cleared to Buenos Aires via the line 5 Delta departure. Then it's filed. Departure runways 35 left. Initial climb to 5,000 feet. Departure frequencies 122.4, squawk 3444 for EVA 2711.
Runway elevation is going to be
LAN 706 is cleared to Adolfo Suarez Madrid
1,550.
Then is filed. Departure runway 17 right, initial climb to flight level
Oh, wait.
110.
length.
Departure on 122.4, squawking 4451.
12,467.
22.6 LAN 706.
Oh god.
Land 706 Heavy, pass your message.
Santiago clearance. Request. Start disbursement.
Alright, so
Good morning,
12,467 feet.
Bravo, that's correct. And we clear to
Good.
Atlanta via Outback 17.
Elevation is going to be
runway 10 right.
1,000.
Initial climb, altitude 5,000 feet. Departure
Runway,
frequency
I forgot to
123.8,
enter,
squawk
12,000.
4735. American 501.
What was it? 12,000.
American 501, read back correct.
467.
safe flight, sir.
Enter. Alright, stand by. We're gonna put.
Clearance, good day, land tree,
Let's see.
material aircraft type Boeing 737
Alright, perfect.
800 aircraft type, request IFR clearance to Mexico City with info.
I'm gonna shut that off because can't concentrate. Alright. So looks like we are all good. We have information X-ray. The altimeter is set. You know, we forgot to do our stall test actually. Okay, that is correct. We could do a short test.
Pull up. Terrain. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Do our TCAS test.
TCAS system test okay.
Alright, perfect. I'm not gonna do anything on the radios because I'm gonna have to scroll like a lot. But I usually do it, not this time. Don't really feel like it. Alright, so next. Alright, we could go ahead and load up our flight plan. Flight plan. Sierra Charlie Echo Lima 2 Sierra Alpha Bravo Echo. Alternate is RE. There we go. Flight number is DAL 877. Alright, perfect. There we go. Alright, so let's take a look at our OFP. Okay, so our route is going to be ALBL. Alright, so I'll put my legs first, then the star, and then actually the SID, and the star. Let's see how that goes. If that doesn't work, I'm just gonna do it the way I used to. Let's just go to L7 Charlie for runway 17 right. Execute. Flight plan. Alright, so we go to Albal, then we have UM4. 424. Vectors. Let's take a look at what we're going to be expecting via NPID. Well, let's do it via NPID. Actually, no, we'll just keep it to vectors. Alright, executes. Flight plan, next page. Alright, so there's going to be a discontinuity because we're going to be vectored in. So that's looking good. Our index page, let's just check our position. Index IRS enabled. VRDME, yes, yes. GNSS enabled and enabled. It's looking good. Alright, back to our flight plan. Let's go over to performance. Alright, so I'm going to do this on the EFB again. Change to 0 fuel weight. So our 0 fuel weight is going to be 25548. And our fuel 46 694. Actually, let's do a little bit more. 4750. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so we're going to set the payload in the simulator. We're going to copy to our FMS. Which is good. So conditions are dry. We're going to do flaps 8. Set all. Alright, so outside air temperature, let's take a look. 13 degrees. Okay, that's good. So no anti-ice for our departure. And our cruise altitude for today is going to be I don't believe it. 390. Wow. Okay. Let's do it. Why not? 390. Alternate cruise altitude, we'll put it flight level 320 because why not? Zero fuel weight, it's not 25558. Alright, so our ESA is going to be +3. And our average winds wow, it's P42. Okay. This page reserves. $906. Taxi fuel 227. All right. Okay, I'll just leave the radio tuning just like that because I'm gonna use the Say Intentions window. I'm just gonna click. Alright, I think we are all set. I'm gonna give them a call and say that you're ready with information X-ray. Clearance Delta 877, IFR to Sierra Alpha Bravo Echo with information X-ray.
Delta 800, Santiago clearance, 619.8 miles to SABE.
Okay, Roger. Requesting IFR clearance to Sierra Alpha Bravo Echo with information X-ray.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Alright,
Cleared to Auckland via Kilo 5 Bravo departure. Departure runway 17 left. Climb to 5000, departure on 122.4. Squawk 2255, Swiss 26.
Delta 800, information X-rays current. Cleared to Aero Park via the Alpha 7 Charlie departure, then as filed. Departure runway 17 right. Initial climb to 5000. Departure on 122.4, squawk 5554.
Roger, clear to Atabarca via Alpha 7 Charlie departure. Then as filed, departure runway 17 right. Initial climb to 5000. Departure on 122.4, squawk code 5554, Delta 800.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Modo clearance KLM 103, information November, request IFR to Merino.
Delta 800, read that correct. Contact ground on 122.6 when ready.
Santiago clearance, Qantas 55 is requesting IFR clearance to Sydney with information Tango.
Great.
Santiago clearance, this is 1718. With whiskey, request IFR clearance to Florianopolis.
What was my squawk code? 5554. Alright.
Good morning, Jet 56, information kilo request for clearance to Sabea.
I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
Oh, he just had a crack in his voice. Let's do 357 is going to be our runway heading. I think we should be all set. Okay. Check our doors page. Make sure they're all closed. Okay, we're good. Alright. Alright, now let's go to ground. 122.6. ground, good afternoon, Delta 800, ready for push and start.
Delta 800, Santiago ground, push and start approved. Face west.
Face west, correction, face west, Delta 800. Alright, so we're gonna face west.
Tower 1, entry 622. Contact tower, man 622.
Land 622, contact tower on 118.1. All aircraft be advised, information mic is now current. QNH 1017.
1017, alright.
Ground, good morning. Swiss 1426, request startup and pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
Santiago ground, Argentina 293 is going to be ready for departure. Can you give me that frequency for Argentina 293? Argentina 293, you are on ground frequency. Contact tower for departure clearance. 118.1, thank you, Argentina 293. Pater 9 1 kilo, contact tower on 118.1.
Contact tower 118.1, Pater 9 1 kilo, bye bye.
American 501, holding short runway 17 right, ready for takeoff.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is
American 501, contact tower on 118.1 for takeoff clearance.
is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft. Standing by for push.
Alright, fuel pumps, go on. First flight of the day. I'm gonna start the left engine first. Starts. Oh, we have to hold it in.
Santiago ground, good day. I request pushback and start. Pater 9 1 kilo heavy.
ITT below 20. I'm gonna wait for 20%.
Pushback and start approved, face west.
Pushback and start approved, face west, Pater 9 1 kilo. Pushback and start approved, face west, Pater 9 1 kilo heavy.
There we go, 20%.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
Alright, fuel pressure is
You're
rising.
cleared for start and push.
It's in the green.
Okay.
50% starter has been cut off.
Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Alright, going for engine number 2.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engine in the sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
Santiago ground taxi to
Oh,
parking
forgot my
bay,
beacon.
Uniform Zulu Golf, Papa Golf. Have a good day.
Ground request, start and pushback.
NBA Santiago ground pushback approved. Information X-ray is current.
There we go, 20%.
Golf 1476. It seems that the captain of Jet Smart has mistakenly taken my gate. So in this case, I would like to request a new gate and request taxi to gate.
Alright, fuel pressure is
21.
rising. 300. 46%.
76 taxi to gate 21 via Bravo Foxtrot Kilo Golf. Report when on block.
Alright.
To gate 21 reporting then on
That was a good
Golf 1476.
engine start.
Santiago ground, Golf 1476 is on block on gate 21.
PRMBA Santiago ground taxi to gate via Uniform Zulu Golf Papa Golf. Have a good day.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brakes.
Parking
brake
brakes
set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Alright, so our acceleration
Ground.
speed
Startup is complete.
going to
You may
be
disconnect.
2,550.
Okay, sir. Cleared to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Oh, this takes forever. I'm sorry. Oh god, what did I do? Alright, where was I? Alright, let's do our Alright, so our generators are in auto, electrics check, bleed valves auto, packs on, APU is on, anti-ice. We can turn our probes on. Where are the probes? It's these, right? Yeah, probes. Alright, probes on. Let's turn now. Right. So, let's see, flaps 8. Trim. Point 2. Okay, so let's do a quick little rudder check. Alright, good.
Santiago ground request started pushback. Mike Bravo Alpha.
NBA Santiago ground pushback and start approved.
Santiago ground, Delta 800. Ready for our taxi clearance to runway 17 right.
Delta 800. Taxi to runway 17 right via Golf, Zulu, Victor.
Taxi to runway 17 right via Golf, Zulu, Victor, Delta 800. Alright, so transponder, you can go ahead and turn that off now. Alright, so what did he say? He said, let's see, Golf, Zulu, Victor to 17 right. Okay, alright, let's do a quick taxi check. Slats, flaps set to 8 degrees, flight controls, we've done our rudder check, we're going to check our flight controls soon. Trim, it's trimmed 7.2, thrust reversers are armed. Flight instruments, okay, brake temperature, okay. Alright. taxi lights on, and taxi via Golf Zulu Victor. Golf. Zulu.
Santiago ground. Twin Cessna 882 Mike Papa requesting taxi to parking.
November 883 Mike Papa Santiago ground taxi to parking via Bravo, good day.
Taxi to parking via Bravo, 83 Mike Papa.
Santiago ground, good evening.
Alright, we are all set.
1476, vacated runway 17 left via Bravo, ready for taxi to gate 18.
I just realized that we're using Alright, so this is pretty straight. I think we could do a quick flight control. Up, down. Alright. Alright, so this is Golf. Right now we are on. We are on uniform. Just continue straight ahead. Okay, this is going on to the runway. Did I mess up my taxi again? Oh boy, I did. I did. How did I not see? Let's see if we could reverse thrust into. Let's see if we could actually. Alright, we're gonna make a quick U-turn. I knew something was wrong. I knew something was up. I just knew it. I don't know why, but I just knew it. Possible pilot deviation. Yeah. I hear ya, buddy. Alright, let's go back. That thing said uniform. I saw it clearly. I clearly saw it. At least ground is on. And on top of that, we have this marking over here too. I should have turned around when I saw that, but there we go, another. Apparently I can't taxi. Sweet bejeebus. Okay. Now this is our taxiway. Alright, there we go. So I was actually meaning to stream earlier, but you know I had stuff to do. I just couldn't get to it. But now we're back on. Alright. Going straight ahead. Looks like it's gonna be a beautiful departure. You know what? I'm gonna do something for you guys. I'm gonna turn the time back just a little bit so you guys enjoy it.
UL 1476 Santiago ground taxi to gate 18 via Bravo Foxtrot Kilo Golf. Have a good day.
There we go. That looks better.
Gate 18 via Bravo Foxtrot Kilo Golf. Santiago, Golf 1476. Santiago ground, land 706 and then Echo 5 requesting pushback and start up.
Land 706 heavy Santiago ground. Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Alrighty. So we are approaching Victor. Gonna give my brakes a little tap.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Is
have advised that we are now cleared for takeoff.
Zulu.
Delta 800, contact tower on 118.1.
118.1 Delta 800. Alright, set our parking brakes. 118. Alright, let's do our 4, take off. Set our crossflow to manual. Flight attendant has been advised. Transponder TCAS. Set, checked, radar, terrain. Will it work this time? I don't know, let's see. Let's go to map. Oh, that's new. That's never happened before. Okay, I like that. I like that. Nice. Alright, Alright, so runway heading is going to be 176. I thought we were going to use 35. There we go. Alright, so that's set. Alright, crossflow has been set to manual. We could go ahead and turn APU. Oh, where's my recirc fan? Alright, turn APU off. Alright, we are all set. Let's contact. Santiago Tower, Delta 800, on Victor, holding short of runway 17 right, ready for departure. My bad.
Delta 800, Santiago Tower, runway 17 right, winds 165 at 6, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 17 right, Delta 800. Let's do this 1224.
Latam 64, Santiago Tower, good evening.
Only slow, perpetual approach, runway 17 Romeo. Santiago Tower is hold point, runway 17 left, ready for departure.
Alright.
Ziggy 1123, contact departure on 122.4.
Departure on 122.4, Ziggy 1123. We are now flying Sabla 8 departure.
AFA, continue on the Sabla 8 departure report when leaving the terminal area.
Continue Sabla 8 departure. Report when leaving terminal area. Alpha Foxtrot Alpha.
Alright, so it's took
AFA,
a
you're
button.
leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. Land 706 Heavy. You'll stay with me for departure.
Staying with you for departure, last 706.
Speedbird 251, welcome to Santiago. Contact ground on 122.6.
Contact ground on 22.6.
Santiago departure. Request climb and maintain 5,000 feet.
MBA climb and maintain 5,000 approved.
Alright, 70%. Everything's in the
MBA
green.
contact departure on
Flaps are set.
122.4.
And let's go.
Departure 122.4.
Alright, airspeed is live. Knots, 100, 120, V1, and rotate. Okay. Positive rates. Gear coming up. Autopilot speed mode.
Delta 800, contact departure.
Land 112, Santiago Tower, winds calm. 17 left cleared for takeoff. Land 112, Santiago Tower, contact departure on 122.6.
122.6, Delta 800.
Departure on 122.6.
Santiago departure, good afternoon, Delta 800, leveled off at 5,000 feet. Wait, nobody's listening on 1226. Are you serious? Oh, 1224. Santiago to departure, good afternoon, Delta 800, leveled off at 5,000 feet.
Delta 800, Santiago info, radar contact, climb via the SID.
Climb by the SID, Delta 800. Alright, so
Land descend to flight level
cleared
050.
10,000 feet.
Request descend flight level 031. On final runway 35 left. Request descend flight level 080.
119 climb flight level 260.
Up to 260, Qantas 192.
Qantas 192, climb flight level 270.
270, Qantas 192.
Miguel Bar approach. Charlie Alpha, Foxtrot Alpha. 8,000 feet. Flying direct to Airfield.
TFS Santiago, information radar contact. Roger. ASA, roger.
Departure Delta 146. Down.
Delta 146, Santiago info, radar contact. Cleared direct Sexu.
Clear direct Sexu, Delta 146. Clear direct Sexu, heading 290, Delta 146.
Ziggy 1123, climb and maintain flight level 180.
Climb and maintain flight level 180, Ziggy 1123. Center Ziggy Air 1123 with you at 18,000.
Ziggy 1123, roger.
Flight level 210, Qantas 192.
Qantas 1902, climb flight level 220.
Flight level 220, Qantas 192.
Santiago Air from Level 1, how do you admit?
Okay, now we can continue climbing to flight level 140.
Santiago Air France 401. I need you to give me my altitude clearance. Descend and maintain flight level 210, November 46905 Zulu.
905 Zulu, descend and maintain flight level 150.
Descend and maintain flight level 150, 905 Zulu.
Alright, sorry, I was a bit quiet there, but I was concentrated. As you can see, I missed quite a few things from the checklist. Well, it's intense. I mean, it was a pretty nice departure, but, you know. It was intense. There was, like, lots of stuff to do. I'm not used to. Like, it would be a lot of help if there was somebody with me, but, you know, there's nobody with me right now, so... well, what can you do, right?
West is flight level 060.
Alright, now we can go to...
Flight level 060.
West is flight level.
I think we'll continue climbing to flight level 210, because those mountains, I don't like those mountains.
Plan unable to accommodate perpetual approach. Maintain flight level 050.
Hong descent flight level 010. 10. 64.
Flight 1064, Santiago info, roger.
West descent flight level 080 and perpetual approach.
Land, climb and maintain flight level 080. Unable to approve perpetual approach. Continue present heading.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now serving sandwiches.
Santiago info, 905 Zulu.
Seatbelt lights coming off, and let's enjoy this. Oh wow, this view is just beautiful.
Flight level 1.
Would you look at this?
November 5 Zulu.
Really doesn't get any better than this.
Descend and maintain flight level 210. Liner 5 Zulu.
Latam 64, Santiago info. Good evening.
So I don't think we have icing conditions, so
Flight level 010.
I think we'll just keep it like this.
Runway 17 right.
Plan descend and maintain flight level 010.
Delta 800, climb flight level 370.
Flight level 370, Delta 800. Alright, let's go to 370.
request vector to runway 17 right. Santiago, cancel the vector. Thank you.
LN vectors canceled.
Wow, this is awesome. That'll be a great thumbnail. Alright, so I wasn't expecting any icing, so you know, keep the anti-ice off for now. But this is nice. I am enjoying this. Alright, let's check our checklist climb. Fuel crossflow has been set to auto.
Climb flight level 390.
Flight level 390, Delta 800. Alright, we're approved to 390. So, alrighty.
Ziggy 1123, climb and maintain flight level 250, thank you.
Climb and maintain flight level 250.
Ziggy 1123, descend and maintain flight level 140.
Descend and maintain flight level 140, Ziggy Air 112.
So I reckon that was a pretty smooth departure, actually. That really was. It was pretty nice. I enjoyed it. I really did. I mean, the views. Like I said, I was quiet because I was concentrated. I missed a few things on my checklist. Quite a number of things. But I was kind of distracted over here. I was sending a few messages, which shouldn't be doing. Should be a sterile cockpit. No phones, no texting while doing your startup and taxi. But you know, it is what it is. My fault. It was my bad. Alright, so next time I'll try to be more professional. No more screw ups like this. Alright, so we have a bit of a tailwind. Would you look at that? 45, nice. Right now we're climbing 1,500 feet. Looking good.
MBA maintain flight level 290.
2,000 now. And it's a pretty steady rate of climb.
MBA descend and maintain 6,000, turn left heading 350.
Alright, so let's take a look at our time en route. It's gonna be an hour and 14. Nice. Alright, so as we're climbing, I'll be right back. Take a quick bathroom break. Be right back.
GPS 793. We'd like to file IFR at this time.
Cessna Juliet India Mike, unable to provide clearance. Please state your request or intentions.
Alright, so I'm back. I'm back. Alright, so that was nice. So our destination airports. Let's take a look. Airport elevation is going to be 20 feet. Transition altitude 3,000
Delta
feet.
800, contact Mendoza Center on 122.1.
122.1 Delta 800. Alright. 122.1. Mendoza Center, Delta 800. Flight level 348 to flight level 390. The track of 100.
Delta 800, Mendoza Center identified, KTAL.
Landing via the Umkel 7 Charlie for the ILS runway 17 left approach into Santiago.
Alright.
1018, goal 1476.
Gold 1476.
Goal 1476. Descend and maintain flight level 130.
Descending and maintaining.
Okay, so we are now at half bank.
Goal 1476.
No, it's a night flight again.
Goal 1476, contact
So,
Santiago info on 122.4.
you know what? Just so you guys have a better view, I'm gonna change the weather again. Make it, you know, a little bit nicer. There we go. How's that? How's that for you guys? Take a look outside. Look at that, we have a cloud layer all the way here. Outside air temperature is minus 33. We have, it's not visible precipitation, but you know, so far no anti-ice warning. If we get an anti-ice warning, then yes, I will definitely turn the anti-ice on. For now, I think we're good.
Information, Julie, ready to pick up IFR clearance to Santiago. We cleared to Santiago with information, Julie, that's current. We'll go into, again, we're going to Santiago via UMAC A1C departure, then ASAO departure runway 36, initial climb 5,000, departure 124.2, squawk 1627. American 501.
501, read back correct.
I'm having a drink right now, so if you guys hear something weird, it's me taking a quick drink. Alright, so we are climbing ever so slowly to flight level 390. Will we make it above this cloud layer? I don't know. I have turned my head tracking off because I went to the bathroom, and if I left it would have been like at a really weird angle, so I had to turn it off. Oh, look at that, we made it to flight level 370. Nice. Ground speed 423 knots. Nice. Alright, so we'll be reaching 390 in a bit, which is good. We have a massive tailwind. Juicy 59 knots. Should get us close to Mach 3. Or at least in competition with the Dark Star. It looks cold outside, not gonna lie. Alright, so I'm gonna take a few pictures of my setup real quick because this looks really good right now. It does. Alright, let's go over to Panorama. Oh, there we go. 38,000 feet, 1,000 to go, 1,000 for 390. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I went a little bit crazy with the photo shoot. Okay, so we've made it over to flight level 390. We are at a juicy, hold on, let me see. We're not at Mach 7.4, we are at Mach 7.5. Should be at Mach 7.7, but it's okay. Wow, that looks amazing. Let me turn my tracking back on because as you can tell, it's not as immersive without it. So just give me a second. Just get a little bit closer. Alright, there we go. Back in business. No, these are such good views. Could never get tired of these views. Right now I'm drinking mate. If you guys know what that is, it's some sort of tea. Hot tea. Let me center my heading bug. There we go. Alright, so we are up, I believe that we are above the cloud layer, as you can see. So, it's pretty nice. Hey, do you guys know if you could stream and record at the same time on OBS? I don't know. That is a question for Google, not for you guys. So, let's see what Google has to say. Oh wow, look at that. Yes, we could record. So I am enjoying this view, and I'm gonna record for a little bit. Because, go OBS. And let's start recording. Alright, so this view is absolutely amazing. I'm not gonna record for a long time because, don't have that much memory on my little old system here. So wow, would you look at this view? So we're just chilling at flight level 390. Huh? Would you look at that? Can't believe we've made it this high. Somebody just coughed back there, which is weird. I shouldn't be able to hear that, but guessing that these doors are really thin. So anyways, so we're cruising over here at flight level 390. We have beautiful ground speed. You have a beautiful tailwind, about 60 knots. So we just crossed the Andes Mountains. That was quite a view. And gosh, look at all this purple and pink. Just, I swear, it looks like cotton candy. So I guess right now would be a great time to sit back, relax, drink some coffee, you know, doom scroll on Instagram if you have if you have internet connection all the way up here, which you should. Don't mean to plug in a certain internet provider from outer space, but yeah, if you have that guy's service, then you should be good. So it is usually around this time when we're at cruise that I like to doom scroll. Pull out Instagram, start looking at all the 6,000 reels that my friends send me. And, you know, I don't check it every day because that's a lot of reels to go through. So what I do is I schedule it, put it in my agenda at what time, usually when there's nothing to do. I would take a good 30 to 40 minutes looking at all the reels that they sent me. So yeah, which is why I choose to do this when I am in cruise flight. So that way I have time to kill, right? After all, you know, I do have a co-pilot, so let him work in the meantime, right? I don't know if I hit stop recording or I stopped streaming. Oh, thank God, it was only stop recording. But now I'm recording again. You know what's also good? At cruise, when we're cruising, Papa Zinin. I shouldn't have said that, but yes. Da 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 da. You know, this reminds me of the time. You know, I was watching my stream the other day, 'cause you know I like to watch what I say specifically, 'cause sometimes I think out loud, and that's not the smartest thing to do all the time. So I sort of watch it again to see if I said anything that I really shouldn't have, and I was doing the GTA stream, and I realized that I was talking about the N-word pass, and I shouldn't have talked about that. Do I believe in it? No comments. No comments. I really should have said it though. I mean, I shouldn't have said the N-word. Not that oh, hold up. Context. We were talking about the N-word. I'm not saying that I really should have said the N-word. I really should have talked about my opinion about the N-word. Anyways, I'm gonna give context because I just realized that everything I said sounded horrible. So what I was talking about was how in high school, hold up, let me back up a little bit. I was saying I think that some people should be allowed an N-word pass. Why? Because I was allowed to say it in high school. I had a pass. I did, believe it or not. I had a pass. Yeah, mainly it's because I am Hispanic, Latino, so I was allowed to say it. And also things were different back then. It really, it's not like now where, you know, everyone gets offended, but, you know, I would say it freely. I was allowed to. Nobody got mad. Nobody batted an eye. Anyways, so yeah. So I was one of the lucky ones to have the N-word pass, and recently, and it actually stuck with me because I came, it was a pretty, you know, it was a pretty tough school I went to. So I had to act tough, and that was just the way that we spoke, you know. I spoke like a thug, like a genuine thug. And it was just part of my everyday vocabulary. So yeah, but it was, you know, it's just the way that we spoke. You know, it wasn't to offend anyone. It was like, hey, what's up, my guy, you know? Except replace guy with, you know what I mean. So yeah. Well, in high school, funny story actually. This one time, we were at gym class, and you know, back then, everybody had to have a North Face backpack. I had mine. It was a North Face Recon. Had it for a while. So you know, we would change. We didn't leave our backpacks in the locker rooms because I don't remember why. We would change in the locker rooms, but we would take our backpacks with us. Actually, I think that was my fault. I don't think I changed that day, and I left my backpack in the gymnasium, and we went outside. So we went to play soccer or something. I don't remember. It was, I don't know, or football. I don't remember what it was. All I remember was that when I came back, my backpack was gone. Somebody had stolen my backpack. Everything inside of it. And, you know, immediately I thought to myself, oh my god, no homework. Well, it's not like I ever did homework, anyways. I would do homework, you know. I would do the bare minimum, because I knew what I could do and what I couldn't do, and I knew that if I did just enough homework, I would pass. I could have gotten straight A's, but you know, it's too much work. It would be like 3-4 hours of homework. So anyways, so I thought, okay, no homework. I have a good excuse. I don't have my notebook, my binder. Everything is gone. Alright, whatever. So, basically I arrive home, you know, I told my mom, hey, look, they stole my backpack. She was like, what? Why would somebody steal a backpack? Was it because there were valuables inside? No, there were no valuables inside. So yeah, so I go the next day, I take another backpack, and you know, I see a fellow, you know, one of my classmates that I shared gym period with. I see him with my backpack, except that now the North Face logo was blacked out. Alright, so he got a marker and colored it black. So yeah, I immediately knew that he took my backpack. Did I confront him? No, not really. Why? Because he was sort of avoiding me, which makes a lot of sense why he would avoid me, so I couldn't really get into contact with him.
Mendoza Center,
So every time I tried to approach him, he would basically just, you know, run away.
Good evening.
So yeah, so I did the next best thing. I spoke to the dean. I was like, hey, listen, my backpack got stolen. They were like, what? What? Why? It was a weird situation. And anyways, that didn't matter. I was like, yeah, I know who took it. This person took it because, I don't know why, and I've been trying to talk to him, but I can't get a hold of him. Every time I try to get close, he just, I don't know how he does it, but he like runs away, disappears into the crowd, or doesn't show up. So, you know, a couple days go by. The gym teacher talks to me. He's like, yo, we spoke to this dude. He says it's not your backpack. You know that it's your backpack. So just talk to him. So that didn't happen. What ended up happening was he just gave my backpack to the dean or to the teachers or whatever, and I had it back. So I got my backpack back. Obviously nothing was inside of it. Everything was gone. So I got an empty backpack. And then yeah, a couple days go by, and I guess he felt bad. Not bad in the sense of guilt, but more in the sense of he was embarrassed, you know. So so he comes up to me. He was like, "Yo, I had $30 in that backpack when I gave it to you. I want my $30 back." And I was like, "Yo, there was nothing inside of that backpack. I'm not giving you no $30. He was like, "Nah, I want my $30 back. I'm gonna get it either way." So I said no. So he continued to, you know, bother me about it. And, you know, I would see him every now and then after this event outside. He was, he would hang out with, an older crowd. Pretty sure they didn't go to our high school, but they just, chilled nearby. And he would have a smoke with them. I don't remember. They're not cigarettes. They're like mini cigars that smelled like strawberries. I have no idea what they were. But yeah, he would smoke. It wasn't weed, because otherwise it would have smelled like weed. So, yeah, so I would see him. And, I don't know why. I kind of felt bad for him because, he was hanging with this crowd. And, you know, I guess he wanted to fit in. That's why he stole the backpack, because they all had North Face backpacks. Even though they didn't go to school, I doubt they were going to college or something. So yeah. So I felt bad for him. So a couple of weeks go by, and I was like, he's like, he wanted his $30, so I would give him $1 every now and then. You know, just I don't know. I don't think he had money. He could have bought a backpack if he had money, but I'm guessing he didn't have money. So I would give him $1 every now and then, you know, to pay him back for $30 that I stole from him, supposedly. So yeah, I probably paid him like, I don't know, $8, $10, and then he was like, "Yo, you don't have to pay me anymore," and that was that. That was that. I wonder whatever happened to him. I wonder how he's doing right now. Hope he's doing okay. Alright, so top of descent is gonna be in 25 minutes. Should we do a little approach brief?
Delta 800 Mendoza Center, contact Aziza Center on 124.1.
Aziza Center 124.1, Delta 800. 124.1.
Delta.
Caesar Center, good evening. Delta 800, leveled off at flight level 390.
Delta 800 is Caesar Center, identify K-Tau.
Good, enjoying this beautiful flight. How are you guys?
Delta 800, good evening. We're doing well, thank you. Enjoy your flight.
Alright, thank you. Alright, so we'll descend in about 20 minutes. We've picked up some speed. We are now... Wait, why did I choose altitude? Didn't need to do that. We are Mach 80. Mach 80. Mach .80. Pretty fast, actually. So I have my weather radar turned on. I don't know why I should turn it off, because... Let's go to map. Are we expecting any weather? I don't think we are. Nope. Should be clear skies. Alright, so we'll be arriving in 33 minutes. Just hope this landing goes well. So anyways, yeah, that was pretty much at high school. I laid low, you know, didn't get into any trouble. You know, talked to my friends, came in, do what I had to do, then leave, and I'd go home, play some video games, play some Call of Duty. God, I love playing Call of Duty. It was different back then. It was a different vibe. Way different vibe. Had no problems. Actually did, yeah, I was stressed out because remember, I had to do the bare minimum to barely pass, so I would constantly calculate, you know, what I had to do to keep those grades up, right? Like, what homework I was supposed to do, what tests I was supposed to pass. So yeah, it was stressful. I mean, not all the time. Like, when I knew that report cards were coming up, that's when I would stress out, be like, oh, did I do enough work? Should I do more work? You know? But I would always pass. I would always pass. I mean, I never studied. I would just take notes and pay attention in class, and that was it. I would pass all the tests. Never had to study in high school. Never. I just learned everything in the classroom. The way that you're supposed to. And then I got to college. And that's when I had a really hard time. because I didn't know how to study because I never had to study. And in high school, I didn't know how to study. I mean, not high school, in college. So I had to read books, memorize things in order to pass. It was mostly memorize things, but yeah. I didn't have, you know, a plan on how to attack the topics that I was supposed to study for. Alright, so our top of descent is going to be in 19 minutes, 163 nautical miles. So, you know, we should, I don't know, we should get like an idle descent. And let's take a look. Let's take a look at our flight plan. Let's look at our OFP. Import OFP. Alright. So what's our arrival? SATA 9 right. Alright, approach. Charts, approach, RMP runway 31. Alright, so let's take a look. Our final approach course is going to be 313. Alright, at psyched, we should be at 1,700 feet. Decision height 665 feet. Airport elevation 20 feet, runway 16 feet. We're going to be approaching in from the west, going to the east. So we should be expecting radar vectors to our initial approach fix, which is going to be Fusca. And at Fusca, gonna intercept Fusca at 2,500 feet and a speed of 185 knots. After that, we're gonna descend down to 1,700 feet at psyched for our final approach fixed. Continue our descent for runway 31. Alright, in case of a missed approach, we're gonna climb on course 313 to BE920. Then we're going to turn right, direct Beras, reaching 3,000 feet. And we're going to hold and proceed as directed by ATC. Our transition altitude is going to be 3,000 feet. Let's see, our descent rate, we're going to maintain it at 750. Alright, sounds good. Alright, perfect. Minimum safe altitude is also gonna be 3,000 feet. Alright, so you know let's go ahead, put our decision height, put it 665 feet. Oh, this takes forever. I wonder if we could do it accelerated. Knob acceleration on. Let's see what happens now. Alright, decision height is set. Alright, so at our approaching fix, we're gonna slow down to 200 knots. And then once we slow down to 180, put flaps 1. Then when we slow down to 190. Then when we slow down to 180, flaps 8. Then 170, flaps 20. At our final approach fix, actually 3 to 5 nautical miles from our final approach fix, we're gonna put gear, flaps 30, 160, and our before landing checklist. Alright, so at our final approach fix, we should be all set up. Shouldn't have to touch anything else. And we should be able to see the runway. Alright, but the thing is, at our initial approach fix, we should be at 185 knots. So we're gonna slow down way before that. So we're gonna slow down, I don't know, probably around Asada. Yeah, I think we can slow down at Asada. ILM? What is ILM? Oh, okay. Okay, I see it. Alright, so around Trini or Pal, actually before Trini we'll start slowing down. We should be at 250 by then, below 10,000 feet. I could turn this off. There's no terrain here. I think we're still too far away to listen to the ATIS. Yes, we are. Let's look at the weather over at our destination. Let's see, we got wind 310 at 5 knots, temperature 12 degrees, dew point 10 degrees, altimeter 1019er. Good at no clouds, visibility 10 or greater. Oh boy. I'm getting kind of sleepy. Alright, so we're arriving at Parkas. Vectors, I should... You know what, let's go to departure... Arrival... Veras, is there a Veras here? There's no Veras. So let's use our ILM. There we go. ILM executes. There's discontinuity here. Why? Direct intercept. Babas. Alright, there we go. Alright, we should start our descent. I forgot what. SayIntentions Center, good evening. Delta 800 requesting descent to flight level 291.
Say requested altitude.
Flight level 291. SayIntentions Center, Delta 800 requesting descent.
Delta 800, descend via San Vier, Quebec into Aero Park.
Roger, via ASAD 8Q into Aero Park, Delta 800. Okay.
Data Center, Argentina 155 by level 100, good day.
Argentina 155, Ezeiza Center, good evening. Land 454, Ezeiza Center, climb flight level 400.
Climbing to flight level 400, land 454.
Alright, let's see.
Good evening, land 454, flight level 206, 2330.
Land 454, Ezeiza Center, identify, good evening. Delta 800, descend flight level 300.
Flight level 300, Delta 800.
BM35, we're on descent into Ezeiza. Venom 35 is descending into the Ezeiza.
Avianca 9682, Ezeiza Center, contact Ezeiza approach on 119 or decimal niner.
Buenos Aires 11990, Avianca 9682.
Alright, so we got the city in front of us. This is pretty good. So at Asada, flight level 2, 901. And then BE 218, 200. Then Trinity 13,385. So at PAL we should be at 6,000 feet. Alright. Alright, just put 291. Alright, there we go. Alright, fuel is looking good.
Approach to Newbery. Avianca 9682 is the center, roger.
Alright, landing elevation checked, fuel has been checked, TCAS set, radar, gonna leave it off, landing data set, approach briefing is complete. Alright, 1,000 feet for 291, reaching our altitude.
United Tree 24. Climb and maintain flight level 300.
Center, 696 Bravo Lima, flight level 141.
696 Bravo Lima, Visa Center, roger. 619er Zulu, climb and maintain flight level 210. Niner 6 Bravo Lima, Aziza Center, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Climb and maintain flight level 250, Niner 6 Bravo Lima.
Right. Yeah. Oh, almost there. Would have been nice if it was a sunset arrival. Nothing beats a sunset arrival. SCEL Center Delta 800 requesting descent down to flight level 200.
Delta 800, descend flight level 200.
Flight level 200, Delta 800. Alright, let's go to idle descent. Alright, what's our next? So at Trini we should be at 13,300. So let's do that. 13,300. Oh god, why am I lagging? Oh. Alright, so we had a slight overspeed because that was my fault. I was distracted. I was looking at my charts over here. I forgot what I was looking for. Oh yeah, that's right. ATIS. What is it? Is there an ATIS? 1279er. Let's see.
Delta 800, contact Aeroparky approach on 120.6.
120.6. Delta 800. Alright, 120.6. Approach, good evening, Delta 800. Crossing flight level 120 to level 060.
N2319er Zulu, Aeropark approach, negative radar contact. Please verify your squawking 2575 and your transponder is set to mode C.
Are you talking to me?
Delta 800, Aeropark approach identified. Good evening. Expect the ILS X-ray runway 13 approach into Aeropark.
ILS X-ray into 13, Delta 800. Okay.
119er, decimal 9er, heading 01.
So we've got the wrong arrival.
Delta 800, Aeropark approach, descend flight level 040, turn left heading 335 vectors for the ILS runway 13 approach.
Heading 335, flight level 040 for the ILS 13 approach, Delta 800. Okay, let's go to heading 335.
American 269er, climb flight level 230.
230, American 69er.
Alright, below 10,000. Start slowing it down. 250 knots. We are a little bit too fast. Let's put a little speed brake in there. Speed brakes deployed. 280. 270. 260. And there we go. 250.
N2319 Zulu, climb and maintain flight level 180.
Climb and maintain 180,
N2319 Zulu, contact Aziza approach on 119.9er. N2319 Zulu, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Okay, we are too low. Oh no, we're good. 1,800. Not bad. Now, our next waypoint. Trini. 8,700. Alright, so we had to do a full turn because it was... Oh, our decision height.
The frequency of SayIntentions approach, please. Can you give me the SayIntentions approach frequency, please?
Hotel Victor Mike, Aeropark departure. Identified. Good evening. Delta 800, turn right heading 360.
Turn right heading 360, Delta 800. Alright, no speed limitations over here.
Center on 124.1. N2319 Zulu, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Power to Aziza, 124.1, American 23 National. Climb and maintain 230, American 23 National, over to Aziza.
Alright, so we are at speed 190, give me flaps 1.
Delta 800, 12 miles from Mooper. Turn right, heading 075, descend, flight level 030 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 13 approach.
Turn right heading 075 to flight level 030 until established on the localizer for the ILS 13 approach, Delta 800. flaps 8. Right. Alright, 1,000 to 3,000.
And 2319 Zulu, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Good God, you've given me 5 flight level changes in under 90 seconds. American 2319 now for flight level 210.
And 2319 Zulu, maintain flight level 210.
Departure, American 2319, 3,500, climbing 13,000.
2319 Zulu, Aeropark approach, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 130, turn right, heading 110, vectors to Dorvo, then own navigation.
Alright, give me flaps 3, flaps 20.
N2319 Zulu, climb and maintain flight level 160. N2319 Zulu, climb and maintain flight level 160.
Climb and maintain flight level 150. Is that correct? American 2319.
Alright,
Delta 800,
capturing the
contact
glide
Aeropark
slope.
Tower on 118.85.
Alright, flaps 30. Gear down. Alright, before landing, flight attendant, check, passenger seatbelts on, thrust reversers armed. Let's see, landing data, performance, set all. And approach briefing set. Alright. Advise. Landing gear down. Flaps 30. Good. Before landing check completes. Okay, so there's no bueno. Okay, autopilot off. We are going manual because we are way too high. Hold up, let me pause it real quick. Alright, there we go. Alright, give me full flaps.
Minimum. Delta 800, contact Aero Park Tower on 118.85.
11.85, Delta 800. 11.85.
Delta 800, say again.
One 18.85, Delta 800. Okay, this is really bad, like, right now, really. Tower Delta 800 established on the localizer for runway 13.
Delta 800, Aero Park Tower, wind 315 at 5. Runway 13 cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 13, Delta 800.
Delta Romeo Delta. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Delta Romeo Delta has departed the runway.
Jorge, Newbery Tower, good day to you. Cessna 9er Alpha Zulu with Mike. Requesting IFR to SAFR.
Oh god, disregard.
Runway 06, Stingray 9er Alpha Zulu, thank you. So long.
Stingray 9er Alpha Zulu, contact departure.
Going to 120.6, Stingray 9er Alpha Zulu.
Sync rate 100. Sync rate minimums 100. Sync rate 50.
Pacifica 290, contact departure.
10.
Oh boy. That was pretty tough landing.
Welcome to Aero Park. Contact ground on 121.9er.
That was the most unstable approach I've ever had. Oh my god, that was horrible. First of all, we didn't capture the glide slope. We were way too high.
Currently not the gate just yet.
Ground on 1219er Delta 800.
Get to the gate. Once we do get there, I'll have the seatbelt sign off, and you'll be free to move out the cockpit. Thank you very much.
Ground, vacating runway Delta 800, requesting taxi to gates.
Delta 800, taxi to industrial apron 66 via Delta, cross runway 31, then India. Good day.
Alright, apron 66 via Delta, cross runway 31, then India.
Clearance on request. Stand by.
Alright.
Here to San Juan via the Alpha 4B departure, then a file, departure runway 31, initial climb 4000. Departure 120.6, Flag 5455, Pacific Dato 090.
Alright, via Delta, then India. Where is India? Not seeing India. Ah, industrial apron. I'm supposed to go the other way around. Okay. Alright, let's do our checklist. After landing, APU. Right. Slats, flaps, lights. Leave lights on, we can turn strobe is already off. Probes, turn those off. Oh, oh. There we go. India. So the other way? We're gonna go over there. Well, that sucks. Alright, Delta, and then India, got it. Alright, we made it. Well, that was a disastrous approach and landing, but hey, I'll take it. Alright, let's put it back to... Put it back to these needles for the next crew. Alright, shut down. Parking brake is set. Seat belts are off. Thrust levers shut off. APU is on. Turning off. That engine. Beacon off. Shocks on. Nose wheel steering off. Okay. So I should have hand flown this thing from the beginning, but you know, too much distractions. Forgot to put my QNH as well. I think that's what my glide slope didn't capture, but I'm gonna read on it and learn from our mistakes. Alright, so we are all set. Turn our landing lights off. Alright, let's go to doors.
Ladies and gentlemen, the door is open. Please make your way to the exit and please make sure you have all your personal items and carry-on luggage.
Alright guys, it's been fun. It's time for me to go to bed. Tomorrow we'll have a new stream. Bye bye.